energy, talking 42nd Street, alley hoop finger roll, ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs, step back, hit a three. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy, just to see the Knicks play, make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us, whole city is wild. This is New York, why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty, yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese, or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it dub. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching up. Gotta stay in the lead before that shot clock buzz. If the Knicks get a win, we gon' do it again. Make the finals once before, we gon' do it again. Bounce back in the fourth, we gon' do it again. It's been a while since the chip, but we gon' do it again, yeah. Yo, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Yo, put your hands up. If you from New York, put your hands up. Yo, look, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Look, put your hands up. Hey yo, New York City, put your hands up. Sky, baby.
What up? What up? What's going on? It's your boy Bishop D-Lo. I'm here. You're there, along with Bishop J Mac. Bishop L is on his way in. We here, Church Guys Sports Show podcast. We out here, y'all. What's going on, everybody? L, what's going on?
Yankees about to get swept.
You sound a little upset about that.
Yankees about to get swept in Monument Park, and Monument Park is gonna burn down, baby. If the Dodgers sweep the Yankees in Yankee Stadium, Monument Park is gonna explode, and George Steinbrenner is gonna come out of that grave, and heads are gonna roll.
The boss is definitely turning over in his grave right now. It is really crazy to see what has befallen the New York Yankees. And what has happened. I don't even have the words to say. Like, I don't understand. I just don't even understand what I don't have the words. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. You ready?
Yeah, we're listening.
Choke.
I don't know about that.
No. No, Dwayne. I'm not letting you bail them out. This is a choke job. Job.
Why do you view it as a choke job?
The lights are too bright for these in-season, regular season superstars. The only two people hitting the ball is Soto and Giancarlo. Everybody else is back. I sent y'all a picture in our text thread earlier today of Aaron, what's his name again? Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Because we got two Aarons in New York who are stinking up the place.
Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Judge.
I sent y'all a picture of Aaron Judge's offensive contributions in this World Series. It's him without a bat in his hand. I'm not sure if y'all caught that.
Yeah, I did see that. Y'all do us a favor. Y'all like, share, tag, comment. Join us on the talk tonight. Bishop J Mac, looks like we're opening with the Yankees, so talk to us.
Well, listen, man. I mean, I just think it's a microcosm of what's been happening all year.
Absolutely.
If we're going to be brutally, truthfully, and be honest, the Yankees pretty much had an easy road to get here. The two teams that they could have had a problem with got knocked out early, and they played the weaker teams of this playoff run. So they were able to mask their pitching woes. They were able to get by with Judge not hitting. But now you're up against the juggernaut called the LA Dodgers. And Judge is hitting .083.
Unacceptable.
Totally
not
unacceptable.
He's not even hitting a buck. He's not even hitting 100 guys. And for his career in the playoffs, I think he's like 6'4". I forgot the numbers they put up, but he's got like 19 strikeouts.
I wish Steinbrenner was alive.
He's got 19 strikeouts this postseason. I mean, what do you say to that, man? I mean, and the bullpen always had holes in it. You know, it's just that they got bailed out by outscoring people. They bludgeon people in the regular season. But we know good pitching always beats good hitting in the playoffs. You gotta have good pitching. You know, and I was looking at it. I know you're not supposed to do it, but I was looking at the '96 game when they were in Atlanta, when Jim Leyritz hit that home run off Mark Wahlers, and I just sit there and I said, "Oh my God, those were the good old days." Those were the good old days. But that's what it is. But Bishop D'Lo, Bishop Butler, man, the Yankees they were fortunate to get here.
That was a murderer's row 1 through 9 back in that 90s championship. That
first one, they had Cecil Big Daddy off the bench.
Right, Cecil Fielder was coming off their bench.
Cecil Fielder was coming off the bench.
Wasn't Darryl on that team too?
Yes, he was.
Darryl Strawberry was coming off the bench.
Off the bench.
But we had great pitching then too, though.
That's true. But you had an outfield of Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams, and who was the left fielder? The left fielder was by committee. You had Leyritz in left. You had Shane Spencer at times in left. You had different ones, and then you had Darryl, who was able to fill in your outfield. Darryl Strawberry was your fourth outfielder. When Darryl Strawberry is your fourth outfielder,
who was still fielding very good at that time.
Right.
It's a plethora of riches.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, man. And the boss didn't care about no freaking luxury tax. He did not care. He was like, pay it.
Boss was like, is it going to win? Are we going to win?
Get
it done.
Get it done.
That's it.
Pay it.
Get it
done.
You
had David Wells, lefty.
That rotation was
you had David Cone.
You had Wells, Cone. You had who was in that Yankee rotation? That rotation was crazy.
Well,
because that's before Clemens got here.
Yeah, Wells, Cone. Wetland.
Right, we didn't get Clemens till '98.
Right, because they traded Wells for him.
Right,
they traded David Wells.
And then we wound up getting Wells back.
Yep,
wound up getting him back. Out of Toronto.
Back. And we had Wells and Clemens in the rotation at the same time. Oh, what great days. What great days, man.
Yeah, Jeff Nelson.
You know what else too?
Out of the bullpen.
That roster, just the pitchers alone. Brian Boehringer, who was your long reliever.
Yes.
Ricky Bonas for a short period of time. Billy Brewer, who we barely saw. David Cone. Paul Gibson.
Yep.
Doc Gooden. Steve Howe.
Who had a no-hitter
that year.
For the Yankees, yes.
Steve Howe.
Yankees are down 2 already, they said.
Mark Hutton. Scott Kaminicki. Jimmy Key. People forget Jimmy Key, who was a great pitcher with the Yankees and with Toronto.
He started the renaissance for the Yankees, actually, when they got him from Toronto, yeah.
Graham Lloyd, Jim Messier, Ramiro Mendoza, Jeff Nelson.
That's my boy. Mendoza, single ball pitcher.
Yep. Dave Pavlis, Andy Pettit, Dale Polley, Mariano Rivera, Kenny Rogers, David Weathers, John Wetland, Wally Whitehurst, and Bob Wickman.
Wickman and Weathers were very good out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they were very good long relievers. Those were guys you could go in and they could give you innings, and that was huge as well. You had Joe Girardi was your starting catcher, and Jim Leyritz and Jorge Posada were your backup catchers.
And Leyritz was Andy Pettit's personal catcher.
Correct. Your infield, Wade Boggs, Listen to
Let's
this.
not even do it. Don't do it no more, D'Lo. You making us depressed. Don't do this.
I
Don't do this.
gotta finish it. The
We're
infield.
losing 2-0 right now.
Already.
Top of the first inning.
Wow. The infield, Wade Boggs, Mariano Duncan, Robert Einhorn, Andy Fox, Charlie Hayes, Matt Howard, Derek Jeter, Pat Kelly, Tino Martinez, and Luis Sojo was the infield.
Charlie Hayes made the final out in '96.
Yep, he caught the final out. And you know they're saying something. When Charlie Hayes and Wade Boggs were a platoon at third base.
Platoon. Wade Boggs.
Wade Boggs was in a platoon. What? Where they do that at?
They do that in Yankee Stadium. That's what they do.
New York sports.
That's what they do it.
And then your outfielders, Mike Eldreddy, Deion James, Paul O'Neill, Tim Raines. I forgot Rock Raines was on that team.
Tim Raines was on there. That's right. The
Rock
Rock.
Raines, Ruben Rivera, Darryl Strawberry, Bernie Williams, and Gerald Williams.
Was it Ruben Sierra or Ruben Rivera?
We had Ruben Rivera and
Yeah.
Ruben Sierra. We had them both.
Right.
We had Rivera and Sierra, Cecil Fielder, and Matt Luke.
Yo, I saw that dude walking down. I was driving the bus up in the city. I saw Ruben Sierra walking down Madison Avenue. That's a big dude.
That's a big dude. Yeah. Ruben Sierra.
Yo, Ruben
was a
Sierra
slap.
is a monster of a man. He's a monster of a man. Oh my gosh. Listen.
New York sports is going soft. I want the days to come back where you don't get to see on your jersey until you win a championship.
Well, you know, if the boss was alive, that would have been the case.
The boss would have not. You don't get to see on your jersey until you get the C, a champion.
Listen,
You're not getting named
captain.
You're not getting named captain until you win a title.
The ticket brokers have lowered prices for tonight's game. They were over $2,000. Now they're a little below $500 for tonight. So they've already conceded that the Yankees are getting swept tonight. They lowered. Ticket prices are down 70%.
I mean, and for the Yankees to go out like this, that bullpen has been a problem all year long. But along with the bullpen being an issue and the fact that there's no hitting beyond the number 5 spot in the lineup, the one of the biggest problems for me in this World Series, and it started in Game 1, Aaron Boone's decision making. The ripple effect started the moment he took Garrett Cole out of Game 1. Mind you, this is a Garrett Cole who didn't start pitching. Remember, he missed the first half of the season. Yeah. He is in midseason shape now.
And he was dominating that game.
He needs to throw 120 pitches.
And this is why you brought it. This is why you brought him here.
This is why he came here. He
paid him.
He said it. He said, I came here for these moments.
This is why you paid. That's why he left Houston. That's why he came to New York.
88 pitches because somebody got a hard single to right off of him. He's still up 2-1.
Listen, Aaron Boone has been terrible this whole series. I mean, look at last night. The third base coach sends a slow.
Oh, that was brutal.
Sends Giancarlo on a shallow base
on a
hit.
shallow hit.
On a shallow hit.
From
You're
second
sending
base.
this guy. If that wasn't a panic move, that's what listen. That was such a panic move.
Anthony, and I mean, that's going a bit far. I'm not going to say
that's going a bit far.
We're not going to trade Aaron.
They're not going to trade the franchise. He's the franchise.
But I need Aaron Judge to wake up, and it's just
Aaron
like that.
Judge will wake up during pitches and catches.
February, huh?
I've been waiting for Aaron Judge to have his signature playoff moment for the Yankees, and it has not happened. I thought this was going to be the year with him as the captain. He's the big contract, but quite honestly, this just underscores the fact that they have to do whatever they have to do to sign Juan Soto. If I'm Soto right now, I'm going, give me $70 million a year.
Well, here's what I think is going to happen, because this crew of people who are running the Yankees right now,
Where's Carter at? Somebody fire Keisha.
I don't want her in here today. She
was so bad in the chat today, man. D'Lo, you got solid. I know you be working, but you got bro. Well, anyway, we'll wait till she get
there were just some things I'm like, I'm just not responding.
She makes no sense. No,
I'm just not
what
responding.
was I going to say? This front office is being very economical. Let's put it that.
But they've been that way.
Yeah, since Hal took over, this is
Yeah,
what
they've
this is
been
what
that
it's
way.
been. Hal is more about the bottom line and making a. Hal is more like the other owners in baseball. One of the reasons I feel like other owners hated George was George understood his market. He understood in the New York market, people are going to come out for a winner. And if I pay for a winner, the people are going to come and I'm going to make money hand over fist. So budget be damned. We're going to do whatever it takes to win because in the end, we all win. The city gets the championship and I make a grip. George understood that. And so if he had to, and yes, he was guilty sometimes of throwing bad money after good money, but nobody. Jason Giambi. But nobody can ever say to me that George Steinbrenner was a bad owner.
No, absolutely not.
He wanted to win.
When he came back off of that year-long suspension, he was a changed man because, I mean, we know the 80s was like ghost town in Yankee Stadium. But then we got to the 90s, he changed his whole attitude.
Because he finally understood that he needed to let his – hey, you just control the purse strings. Whatever the baseball people tell you to do, like Stick Michael, who was a fantastic general manager, Bob Watson. Those guys were fantastic. Joe Torre on the bench as the manager. You know, and Willie Randolph as his bench coach. That infrastructure was phenomenal. Yeah. And he had good people around him. So when they said, "Hey, get this guy," he said, "Okay, just tell me how much it's gonna cost," and they went and did it. You know, even down to 2009, the Boston's final championship alive, you know, they fell short the year before. He said, what do we need to do to fix it? We need to go get CeCe Sabathia. We need to go get A.J. Burnett. When we need to go get Mark Teixeira. Good. Got them all.
Got them all.
And A-Rod played his butt off. The best baseball he's played in the playoffs.
And A-Rod had his signature Yankee moment that year.
Yes, absolutely. He did.
That was Hank. Hank pulled all the triggers on those.
Yeah, Hank is more like his dad.
Right. Hank is very much like George. Down to the fiery personality, he even looks a whole lot like him.
Hal is the frugal one. He's like, oh no, we can't do this.
Hal is like, oh, it's a business, and you know we got to make money. And Hal,
he said that like 3 years ago, and he said like 3 or 4 years. He said that, and he's been running. They've been running. You know, that's why I'm not so sure they're gonna pay Soto. I'm not sure.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at. I think we're not gonna pay him. I don't think we're gonna pay him. Because
it would be a travesty to give up everything that they gave up for 1 year of Soto and not win the World Series.
At this point, it feels as if they feel like no player is worth that much in order to help push you in the right direction towards winning a championship.
But you paid Judge 40, and quite honestly, Soto's better than Judge. I'm just going to call it what it is. Soto's better than Judge.
Yeah.
I trust Soto at the plate more than I trust Aaron Judge.
But you know what else it is, too? And I don't know if you guys will agree. I think they still believe in the Yankee nostalgia. They still believe that it's a privilege for the players to play for the Yankees and wear the pinstripes. And they're banking on that. But these are not those Yankees.
And this is not those times. We live in a different world, in a social media world, so you can become a superstar anywhere.
And not only that, right. I think what brought a lot of people to the Yankees was because they knew the Yankees would break the bank.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, but like we said, we use Jason Giambi as the perfect example. The Giambino. I mean, he knew that the boss, he knew, well, we already knew, and everybody knew around baseball.
You knew after the Yankees beat the A's in that series the year before that once that series was over, Giambi was going to be a Yankee the next year. You knew that. You knew it.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's going to be such a hard day tomorrow if they get swept.
It's going to be a very difficult day, and we're a week after the New York Liberty won the WNBA championship, and now to have the Yankee. I fully expected this to be a good series. Like I was thinking 6 or 7 games because I'm
Not
like,
even a good
these
series,
are
right.
two. It's not even a good series. Like I'm like, these are two evenly matched teams, but ultimately the Yankee bullpen is just awful. It is awful. This is the worst bullpen I've seen in forever, with the exception of Mark Leiter Jr. Mark
let me
Leiter
ask you
Jr.
a
has been the
question.
only one that has been good out of the bullpen in this
Let
series.
me ask this question. We already know how Aaron Boone can save his job. They would have to win 4 straight,
Which is not happening.
which is not happening. How, even if we lose, how does Brian Cashman save his job?
Because they got faith in Cash.
I think
They're not
Cashman's
gonna
going to
give it
keep
Cash.
his job
Yeah,
because
Cashman's not going anywhere.
Hal is tied at the hip to Cashman.
Yeah, Cashman's not. Cashman. It's Cashman's job to lose. It's up to Cashman to say when he wants to be done.
Yeah.
They're not going to fire
sad but
Cashman.
true.
Yeah,
They're not firing Cashman.
and don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Aaron Boone is still on the bench next season. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know.
I
Don't
wouldn't
be
be
surprised. Right.
I absolutely wouldn't be surprised, as Miss Carter has decided to join us.
Don't be
Late
surprised.
as always.
Don't be surprised.
Late.
Did y'all see my shirt? Did y'all see this?
That's your only redeeming quality. You're a Liberty fan. Anyway. It's your only redeeming quality right now.
Did y'all greet the queen? Did y'all greet me?
When the queen gets here, I will greet her.
We starting to shade already.
You come in here talking about did we greet the queen? You late.
Why don't you close that
I-
door behind you?
I was
that?
taught that when you late, you act late.
What is that? Is that the bathroom door behind
Yeah, can you close your door behind you, please?
That's
Right.
not the bathroom, no. That's the kitchen.
Oh, where you supposed to be according to Davey.
That's the kitchen. It wasn't. I'm supposed to leave it open.
Yeah, we
right?
don't see your apron hanging up there. Back
Right, Butler. I'm supposed to keep this.
No, she got a hat. She's not. She's a fashionista. She's not someone that cooks.
She said she was going to some G League games this year.
Why?
Brawny.
I am. I'm going to the Lakers and Knicks game.
You going
To
to
wear
the
my Lakers jersey at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. We don't know you. I already
Y'all
told you.
gonna sit with me, right, Mr. McCann?
Absolutely not.
Not even doing it. So okay, so
I'm gonna be in the Chase Lounge. I don't know where you're gonna be at.
so Brian Cashman keeps his job.
Cashman's gonna keep his job because Hal hates him.
Yes.
Cashman
I'm here.
keeps his job.
It's no surprise if Aaron Boone is still on that bench. And then if that is the
Yeah.
case, if that is the case, then we can expect to see a downward spiral for the Yankees club. I don't think we're going to get any better. I think that because it's clearly obvious that that Aaron Boone is not really he's not really managing he's not managing good at all. On top of that, Cashman's not doing what it needs to be done to get the necessary pitching staff there. Who is our pitching coach? Because that sucks.
Horrible.
A hitting coach, because that sucks.
Terrible.
Like,
God, everything sucks. Everything sucks right now.
okay, I'm done because Kayla wants to feed me right now. I'm ready.
He's finished ranting.
You get
'cause
angry
it's-
when you
it's his
hungry?
daughter.
Wait, she said she was coming in here to see if I was talking about the Yankees. She knew I was on the podcast. Yes, I'm talking about the Yankees.
My poor niece.
So what y'all think the outcome is going to be?
It's
Because
a sweep.
everybody is
It's gonna
assuming
be
that
already
we're
down
going to come
2-0.
back from the 3.
They're already down 2-0.
It's already 2-0 in this
It's
game.
done.
The series is over.
Rooms is I told you yesterday while I was in
You did.
rehab, B, they
You
getting
did.
swept.
You said we getting swept. You did.
They getting swept, yo.
I don't know why. I don't know where people get these high hopes from that they're coming back from this 3.
Woo! Could you imagine? Oh my God, the Yankees are getting swept out of the World Series. I wish George Steinbrenner was alive right now. He would be going. Oh, matter of fact, no, let me not say that. This wouldn't be happening if George Steinbrenner was alive right now.
Listen, I don't blame Cashman because he could only work with the payroll he's allowed to work with.
This wouldn't be happening.
If George was here, he had carte blanche and spending what he needed to bring in pitchers. He just doesn't have that authority anymore. So I don't blame Cashman. I don't blame Cashman for this.
Sad situation to see right now. We getting swept. Ain't even know, in the words of Bishop McCann, no gentle sweep.
Can I say
no
this?
Gentleman sweep today?
Can I ask you this? You don't think Cashman gets any of the blame?
I wouldn't say that. I think he gets some of it, but he doesn't get the lion's share of it. He doesn't get the majority of it.
Who gets the majority?
Hank
Steinbrenner.
Hank.
No, not Hank.
Squarely at his feet.
How?
Hal. I always get them mixed up, Hal and Hank, because Hank ain't here no more, right?
Hank is gone.
Yeah, Hank is gone. Hal. It's squarely at his feet. Squarely at the owner's feet. When he made that declaration that the Yankees are going to be spending conscious, and I'm paraphrasing. Once he did that, that was it. That was the end of it.
Yeah, that killed us.
Yes.
That killed us. And that took away our evil empire persona.
It took away the Yankee edge, man. It took away the Yankee edge when he made that statement.
Yeah. He killed the evil empire. And I appreciated George because George relished being the evil empire. He was fine with it.
I can't believe y'all watching that game. I can't watch it.
I'm not watching it actually, but
we just got somebody updated us in the chat.
In the chat, yep.
That's how we knew.
It's embarrassing.
But Yankees down early, 2-0. Dodgers are already up. Freddie Freeman hit another home run. That's what made it 2-0. I mean,
are you kidding me?
That's the World Series MVP for the Dodgers.
Listen, the resurgence of Freddie.
Yeah, it's been huge.
He woke up. He woke up. Brought him back. Just for the world. Brought him back just in time.
Just in time. Absolutely.
I thought I was going to another parade.
We all thought we was going to another parade. I was looking forward to it, but unfortunately, that won't be happening for us this year in New York with the Yankees. So Yankees on the verge of going down.
Man, the Mets got two games from them.
So I mean, the Dodgers will have the distinction of having taken out both the Mets and the Yankees in the same year. So kudos.
But Mets fans are going to tell Yankee fans, at least we got 2 games.
Yeah,
they already saying it, and that's the annoying part of it. Like, but it's so annoying.
But it's true. It's true though. It's true.
I'm like, good God, can we at least get one game? Get us one.
I don't know. I mean, they were talking, and Big Papi and Derek Jeter were talking about body language. The Yankees and the fans in Yankee Stadium already look like they're
defeated.
Swept.
They're defeated.
Yeah. They feel like it's over. All right.
They already look like they've been swept.
If that's the case, then they need to be swept then.
That's the way I feel.
Right, yeah. If you're not going to put up a fight, you deserve to be swept.
Yeah, go ahead. Get the broom.
They shouldn't have came to the stadium today.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, what was the point? What was the point of showing up?
Yeah,
and you're gonna let LA celebrate on your home turf?
Oh my God!
In the Bronx.
Do you know how painful that sounds right now?
In the Bronx on the turf.
on hollow ground, man.
In Yankee Stadium,
Yankee
the
Stadium.
Dodgers are going to celebrate a world championship.
Yankee
Yep.
Stadium. You got the
It's gonna
Dodgers.
be reminiscent to
It's-
when the
it's-
Yankees beat the Mets.
It's
and the
19
Yankees celebrated in Shea Stadium.
It's
You got the
1951 all
Dodgers.
over again.
You got the Dodgers about to sweep you on your own home ground.
It's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be
And it's gonna be a bitter
embarrassing.
taste that's gonna last for a long time. Even if the Yankees get back next year, we're gonna remember this sweep.
And from what I understand, the
They're never
Dodgers,
gonna let us forget
the
that.
Dodgers are actually making a plan to make a play for Juan Soto. So
They
we're
got the
talking
ma-
about an embarrassment of riches.
With Magic there, I wouldn't be surprised.
They are planning to make a play. So shifting gears to the NBA. NBA season now a week old. We started off last Tuesday, and now we're a week old. Some teams have played as many as 4 games. The Cleveland Cavaliers are actually 4-0 after beating the New York Knicks last night, 110 to 104, in a tough game that we saw the glaring need for the development of chemistry. Karl Anthony Towns only took 8 shots last night, which we all know for the Knicks to be successful, that can't happen. Brunson, in typical captain fashion, puts it on himself to be better and to make sure Cat gets the ball. But what do you guys see are the deficiencies that need to be addressed from this Knicks team? Because the offense hasn't been bad, it just hasn't been consistent.
I didn't really get the chance to watch the whole game, but like I said when we was in the chat, the only thing I see is that Bronson just be having the ball for too long. And then I feel like when it comes to that, it kind of messes up whatever they're trying to do on the court. It's like, I don't know if he's trying to wait until people get in position. I don't know if he's waiting for Cat. I don't know, but it was just so many turnovers too at that. Like, you get in the ball, you dribbling a lot, and then you going into turnovers. They had like 18 turnovers during the third quarter.
Well, the Knicks are debuting a new offense because now with the personnel that they have, they're playing what is called the 5-out set. The 5-out set, something that Boston uses, is something that Indiana uses. A lot of the teams that have stretch bigs, 4s and 5s, are going to 5-out because it allows for more spacing in the middle. And Brunson is the type of point guard who needs a lot of room in the middle. Last night, from what I saw, the biggest problem was the fact that 5-out doesn't work against twin tower defenders like Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, who are elite shot blockers. So Brunson gets in the lane and it doesn't mean anything because they're waiting for him. They're waiting for him because they're fully expecting that. Whereas you have other teams that don't have elite shot blockers, again, using Indiana, for instance, the Knicks were able to exploit that. But what are going to be the adjustments that are made when you play in a Cleveland, or let me think, who else has an elite shot blocking center? When you're playing a Philly, because Joel Embiid actually is an elite shot blocker when he's healthy. What are you going to do in those times? Because, you know, that's where you've got to get the ball to Cat more and let him go to work on the pick and pop and let him use that 40% from 3 and force defenders to come out or get beat by Cat that night.
So do you guys think he was the problem yesterday?
Cat was the problem? No.
No, was Bronson.
I think not truly understanding how to counter what Cleveland was doing defensively against the 5-out. I think, again, because it's a new offense, because you roll out the new offense, the opposing teams are going to come up with defenses to stop it. And not for nothing, Atkinson is a very good coach. People say Brooklyn did Atkinson dirty when they got those boys in there, Kyrie and KD. Kenny Atkinson's a good coach. So he was ready for the Knicks 5-out set, and he had his bigs in good position to be able to defend it. So, Tibbs, how do you counter that? What do you need to do in order to get yourself or get your team back to the space? Do you get the ball out of Brunson's hands and maybe run the offense through Cat up top? Like, that, you've got to make a decision, and they kept trying to run the regular 5-out against Cleveland. That's not going to work.
Bitch.
J-Mac, what you got to say?
Whenever my dad does that, that means he in deep thought. He don't have no words, or he in deep thought. What you got to say?
It's the typical zone. You know, the Knicks just don't do well against the zone, especially when you got long 4s and 5s.
Yeah. That's the way to combat the 5 out.
You combat the 5 out. You got long 4 and 5.
Right. So you can play zone because your rim protectors are going to be there. You're not asking them to move or to switch or
They
to
could
do
just
nothing.
sit back. They could just sit back there, and
They're playing free safety. They're playing free safety.
They funnel Brunson to the middle because that's where he wants to get.
Right.
That's where he wants to get. That's where they want him to go. So they're playing to. It's a matter of whose will is going to win out. Last night, Brunson couldn't finish. 14-point lead gone. You know.
And this is where you miss a Mitchell Robinson, because we also saw Mitchell Robinson. I don't know how he did it, but he is on the boards. For some reason he just has Allen and Mobley's number. He dominates both of them on the boards. So on the 5 out, you've got what's called a dunker spot. If you've got Mitch in the dunker spot, which means he's got a clear lane for offensive rebounds, you're going to negate one of them as far as Allen or Mobley, because they've got to try to box out Mitch in the dunker spot. So not having Mitch in that particular instance, again, these are things that the Knicks are missing right now that, you know, we're not going to see for a while as they continue to try to develop this chemistry.
Yeah, and again, they got to develop chemistry. I mean, you know, it's just sad, but it's going to be like I said this last week. It's going to be up. It's going to be up. It's going to be down. They're going to win some. They're going to lose some, and they're going to win some games. They're going to win based on talent, but they're going to be other games they're going to have to win as a team. And right now, they're not a team. So until they become a team, they're going to lose those games. Those bottom feeder teams, they'll win because of talent, but nah.
Well, J-Mac.
Marquise Rumble said, "You look bored, Keisha."
I know why he's saying that.
J-Mac, you
Because Keisha don't want to talk about the technical aspect of the game.
I'm not going to go there. I'm trying to stay away
You
from
had science. Keisha, you had science, right? In high school, right?
Yes, sir.
D-Lo, you had science in high school, right?
Of course.
How does chemistry happen?
You have to mix elements.
I was going to say it's mixed.
There you go. You got to mix elements. And if this dude, and don't get me wrong, I love Jalen Brunson, but at some point, somebody's got to, it's like a great preacher. I don't care how good you are. You can't preach 3 hours. Pull that nigga coattail. Pull his coattail. All right, bring it in. Bring it in. All this dribbling between 3 defenders, bring it in. You're the point guard. Okay? And granted, Jalen had to take on a lot of the load because we dealt with a lot of injury. So we love the fact that he was able to repeat what he did in Dallas when Luka went down. But you got a cast around you now. You got a cast around you. And somebody has to pull that coattail.
Dre, shut up.
Somebody has to pull that coattail and tell Jalen, yo, if it's there, go for it. But if it's not there, stop trying to force it.
So let me add. Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question, Bishop D-Lo? Can I ask a question?
Do you think this your show?
Let me ask y'all a question. So are we saying that we don't want Jalen Brunson to be a shoot first point guard because he is a shoot first point guard?
Of course,
we want him to be a facilitate first point guard and then shoot because of the weapons that he has now. Or are we saying, yeah?
I'm not sure if we brought him here to be a shoot first point guard.
I think we did. I mean, Bishop D-Lo, do you disagree? I think we did bring him here to be a shoot first point guard.
I definitely think that Jalen Brunson was brought here to be a scorer first.
Yeah, I think that's why they brought him here. I don't think they brought him here just to facilitate first and shoot second. And
He was brought here to. I believe he was brought here initially. They thought he was going to be the second option because Randall was the first option.
Right.
But still, that was going to require quite a bit of scoring as the second option.
Right.
He evolved into being the first option. So scoring is he's a Stephon Marbury mold type of score first. He's still a true point guard, yes, but he's thinking score first.
Let me. Can I address one of the comments?
Absolutely.
Pastor Dre, Butler is standing by Jalen.
Nobody's turning on Jalen.
He's not turning on Jalen. He's just simply saying
Dre.
he's not turning on Jalen Brunson. What are you talking about? He's not turning on him.
I'm not
stand by
Jalen.
I prefaced my statement by saying I love Jalen Brunson.
Right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He's talking about don't stand by him, and I'm saying you are standing by him. What you're saying is he has to find that happy median. I get what you're saying. He's got to learn how to balance that thing as the point guard, as the coach on the floor. He can't be total score and he can't be total pass. He's got to know when to put his foot on the gas, when to take his foot off. He's got to know that. But again, that takes time.
But what are you saying is taking time for? Is it taking time for him to learn who Cat is and what the team that he has? Okay. But what about the rest of the team?
And Bridges. He has to learn Bridges too. He has to learn where Bridges likes the ball. Bridges cuts. He has to learn they have to learn all of that. They have to learn that.
But Bishop McCain, your boy Jalen said it himself during the press conference. He said it doesn't matter if this is a new team or not, we shouldn't be losing like this.
Yeah, but when he said that the other night, y'all was like, he shouldn't believe him. He shouldn't have said that. And I said, when he said that the other night against Indiana, he was like, it's not against Indiana, against Boston. He said it's on me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I tried to tell y'all he has to say that. So yeah, again, he's saying it again. He's the captain. He's going to deflect everything on himself. Even on nights that it's not him, he's going to say it's him.
Right. And like the Boston game, I don't blame him for the Boston game. It was a total team effort in terms of lack of defense.
Right.
It was everybody.
Rotated. Right.
It was everybody. But he put it on himself because that's what captains do. Now, last night, I do think to a small degree. Well, not
it
to
was
a small
him.
degree. It was, but because as the point guard, you've got to be the one that organizes the team in that 5-out set. So if nobody knows the offense better than anybody, you've got to know it, and you've got to put the players in the position to be successful. And he said it. He's like, Cat only getting 8 shots. That can't happen. We can't be successful with Cat only getting 8 shots.
So how did Cat get more shots with Boston and didn't have that many shots with this game?
Boston doesn't play the type of defense that Cleveland does. Again, Kenny Atkinson. Boston doesn't have shot blockers. Kenny
Atkinson shot 50%, by the way.
Right.
He shot
well last night.
He shot 4 out of 8. He made half his shots, and he had a double-double.
Yep.
So Cat wasn't the problem.
He didn't play poorly. He just didn't get enough shots. He definitely didn't play poorly.
Cat wasn't the problem.
But that's the point guard putting him in a position to be successful.
And like Bishop D'Lo said, learning a new system. You got to understand, Tim's been running the same system since he's been in the league.
Right. And so now having this brand new system, even for Tibbs, it's like, but that's why they brought in Maurice Cheeks and other people like that to help modernize the offense, because they knew they were going to be making these moves that they're making. And so here we are with a team with new players. One bright spot I will say in the last couple games, well, the last 2.5 games, because he came alive a little bit in the second half of the Boston game. Mikal Bridges has been great.
Mikal Bridges
he has been on both sides of the ball. He's been great.
Yep.
He has been as advertised.
Yep. He has.
Oh! Yeah!
What's going? Okay, give us the play-by-play, L, because we ain't watching.
Go ahead, Butler. You might as well tell us.
Thought it was going out. It didn't go out.
Didn't go.
Okay.
No, I'm looking at the scoreboard. It's still 2-0.
I'm about to say, are they getting up off the mat? Listen, going back to 2004, nobody
They have
thought
no
that-
hits right now, too. By the way, they don't have any hits.
Nobody thought that Boston was going to come back from the Yankees down 3-0 in 2004. So,
Volpe-
I don't think it's going to
Volpe-
happen, but it could. Anthony Volpe?
He hit.
No, it's
he
not
hit,
happening.
He hit what looks like a double. It was a double.
So let me ask you, D'Lo, does your views change now that you see how Cat is? Because I know in the beginning you was different along with the rest of everyone about how Cat was coming to the Knicks. So do you now have a different view about that?
A view in terms of what? I don't understand the
Like
question.
I'm saying, like I know in the beginning you wasn't as far as a big fan for Cat to be with the Knicks. So now are you switching up and saying that you still think it can play out?
Okay. Let me make something abundantly clear. This is not shade at any way. I root for the uniform. I root for the uniform. If you put on the orange and blue, I'm rooting for you. I need you to be successful because I root for the uniform.
That
So-
was shade, though. That was shade.
No, I root for the uniform. I am a New York Knicks fan. So regardless of whoever is wearing the orange and blue, I am going to root for their success. I still have my reservations about the deal, but I want to be wrong about them. Because if I'm wrong, that means the guys wearing the uniform are winning games. And to me, that's really all that matters.
That's all that matters.
I root for the uniform.
One out.
So
Man
Cat's on my team now. So whether I'm happy with the trade or not,
You gonna root for him.
he's number 32, wearing orange and blue.
Yankees score
Yankees scored.
2-1.
Okay, well,
Yankees score.
2-1. Listen, I at this point I just don't want them to get swept.
Me either. That's my thing.
At this
Well-
point, I just don't want them to get swept.
Me either. I
They
really do
putting up.
not want to hear
Well, they
this
putting up. They putting
conversation.
up. They putting up a fight.
It's not the offense I'm worried. Honestly, it's not the offense I'm worried about. It's the
Just give
pitching.
me one game. Give me one. Just one.
It's the stinking
Well,
pitching.
And let me just say this.
If they
on-
can give us
about-
one game, they can give us two. Now this team can win four.
They
in a
can
row.
go on. They can win. They absolutely can win 4 in a row.
I just want one. I don't want to get swept.
And
I
now-
can't
Judge got
hear
it.
these
Judge has
convers-
to wake up. For
I
that.
just
Judge
can't
gotta
hear these
wake up.
conversations tomorrow with these Mets
And-
fans.
and-
I
and
don't
what-
want to
and-
deal with it.
And honestly, if they win tonight, they probably win tomorrow as well. Because I'm sure Garrett Cole's going to go out there tomorrow if there is a game 5. Garrett Cole's going to go out there tomorrow, look at Aaron Boone and go, "You're going to have to drag me off the mound." I can see Garrett Cole doing that.
He's not going to pitch again till Game 7. If he does, he's not going to pitch again till 7.
Well, no,
Well-
he'll pitch game 5. He's going to have to. He would be on his regular rest for game 5.
Oh,
So-
right, 'cause they got their off day. Right.
Yeah, so he'll be on his regular rest for game 5. So if the Yankees somehow win tonight, I got Garrett Cole going for me in game 5, who's going to probably tell Aaron Boone, "I'm not coming out of this game. Don't even look my way."
Right.
And
But
at that point, I think if the Yankees can get a game tonight, I think the series goes back to LA.
Just
Listen,
stressing.
talking
stressing.
about the Knicks, I'm with you. Listen, like I said, then I have faith in Leon Rose. That's my
Yeah.
thing. I
I'm
just
rooting for the
think
uniform.
Leon Rose has done such a great job here. I can't bail on Leon Rose now and be like, okay, no, I think this is a bad trade. I mean, I can't make that declaration before game is played or
Right.
or in the first 3 games of the
There's
season.
3 games into the season.
I
Josh
just-
Graham.
even when the trade is made, I can't make that determination that there's a bad trade before one game is played, just based on an exchange of players, and then now we got a sample size of 3 games.
Three
I just-
whole games where, again, new system, new teammates, bunch of moving parts. Guys went down with injuries who you expected to be a part of your regular rotation.
And they cut Landry Shamet, by the way. They cut him, I think.
Yes, they waived him.
Yeah, they waived him.
to open. That was so I got some clarity on that. That was a cost saving measure because it allows them to stay at a certain threshold underneath the second apron. The goal is still to bring Landry Shamet back should his rehab work.
The famous second apron. Bishop D'Lo, I'm
Oh,
so
Lord.
glad you made a left turn down that road. Oh, I'm so
Here we
glad.
go. This
I'm
is the
so-
conversation I avoided in the chat
I'm
today.
so, but you made that left. I was sitting here like a police officer waiting for you to break the speed
He done
limit.
turned on the red and blue lights.
Listen, listen. The blue
I'm
light
getting pulled
special.
over.
Blue light
Would
special
you
down there in
please-
Virginia. You know the blue light special.
Now,
Yes.
would you please help Keisha?
Uh-oh.
Please help her. Because she
Before-
keeps now, let me just she keeps saying the Knicks had money.
So before I get to that, gotta shout out Josh Graham, my bro.
Yeah,
Said
he made a good point.
we played good. Cleveland just played better. All the starters got double, and it's true. Right now, the Knicks' struggle is that there's a lack of a bench outside of Deuce McBride in terms of scoring. Deuce McBride has been fantastic off the bench, but other than Deuce, we're not really getting much because again, no Landry Shamet, and we don't have Precious for the first 2 weeks of the season.
And Cameron Payne is not that type of player. He's a hustle
Right.
guy.
Campaign is going to give you good, solid backup point minutes. But, Deuce is going to be Deuce and Shamet were supposed to be the scorers off the bench. They were supposed to be the scorer. And Deuce is upholding his. But that's why I said I want to see Pacom Didier a little bit more because he's shown a flair for scoring. So, because they want me to deal with Keisha now.
Let's talk about how y'all have money.
Okay, so the NBA is not a league where you can just, like the way baseball used to be, and the NBA has not been this type of league in a very long time. The league works with something called a salary cap, and with the salary cap, recently,
It's a hard cap, too.
Under the new collective bargaining agreement, the way the cap works has changed, which is facilitating a lot of the deals and non-deals. It's one of the reasons why New Orleans put Brandon Ingram on the trading block and nobody would take him. Brandon Ingram's a good player, but nobody's trying to pay Brandon Ingram $35 million a year, especially if it's going to mess with them on the second apron. So there are two aprons. There is the first apron, which is the soft part of the cap, where that's the threshold that you can be under the salary cap. Then there is the hard cap, which is the second apron. The second apron now restricts you from being able to do certain things if you reach it.
Wait, D-Lo. You're going to have to go back and explain it and a little slower.
Are you calling Keisha slow? That is not nice.
Because we had this conversation already. We talked about
I'm listening to D-Lo, but I know what I'm going to say. But go ahead.
I mean, there's not really much you can say about it because
But
I mean,
go ahead.
you can say what you want, but ultimately the rules are the rules, and based upon what the rules are, Isaiah Hartenstein was a player that, based upon when he signed with the New York Knicks, the Knicks only were able to get what are called partial bird rights. So I have to explain what bird rights are. There's a Larry Bird rule in NBA contracts that basically says that a team can go when a team has a certain amount of service with a certain player. I believe it's over 3 years of service with a team. That team can go as far as they want over the salary cap in order to be able to re-sign that player. So let's say you sign with the New York Liberty for 3 years as a rookie. You played your rookie deal. You made $125,000 a year for the first 3 years of your contract. So you won Rookie of the Year. You were All WNBA first team.
Championship.
You won a championship. So now you're entitled to a bag at this point. So you're a free agent at the end of your rookie deal.
Unrestricted.
Unrestricted, which means every team has the right to try to sign you.
Right.
To give the Liberty the ability to do something in retaining you that everybody else can't do, whereas every other team has to fit your new salary under the salary cap, the Liberty would not be restricted by that rule because you have already played for them for the last 3 years. Those are Larry Bird rights. That's what that's called. So let's say, let me bother you. Chicago wants to pair you with Angel Reese. I had to do it.
With your sister.
with your sister.
up.
Chicago wants to pay you with Angel Reese, so they come by and they go, Keisha, we're gonna give you 4 years
To play with your sister.
to play with us. at
No.
at
To play with your
$500,000
sister.
a year. That's a $2 million contract. All right, you with me? Tune him out, Keisha. Tune him out. We're gonna give you 4 years. Now, that's the maximum I can offer you if I'm Chicago because we don't have your bird rights. From Chicago, but the Liberty have the right to say, "Oh, Chicago's offering you 4. I'm gonna offer you 5 years because I can offer you the extra year." And although giving you $500,000 would put us right at the salary cap to sweeten it, we're gonna up it another $250,000, and we're gonna give you $750,000 a year because we're not bound by the cap because we have your bird rights. So taking it back to Isaiah Hartenstein, the Knicks signed Hartenstein, and he had what were called partial bird rights because he came over in a sign and trade, and because on his previous deal with his previous team, he was only a year and a half into service. The Knicks can't get full bird rights for him, which now puts a cap on the maximum amount of money under the salary cap that they can offer him per year on a contract. So it wasn't that they didn't have the money. It was simply a fact that
They
based
couldn't
upon
pay him what he wanted.
he had partial bird rights and not
Right.
the full bird rights, they were limited that they could only go up to a max of $16 million per year.
4 years, $72 million. That was the final contract they could offer.
And they offered him the max. However,
did.
you had Oklahoma City who had enough space. They could only offer him 3 years, but they had enough room under the first apron where they could offer him more money per year.
Exactly.
And so he took the lesser years for more money, if that makes sense. So that's how.
So what?
The
So
salary
what
cap
did?
works.
So now tell
That
us.
is your NBA salary
Before
cap
you make
lesson
your
of the day.
statement, my question to you is: what did the Knicks do that you felt they should have done?
Yeah, I should have waited.
Waited for what?
I'm starting to believe Butler now.
They
You-
couldn't.
you-
There was no.
you
They
spoke
couldn't.
something before
They
you got
couldn't
on
wait.
here.
He was a free agent. There was nothing. He wasn't under contract
I
anymore.
don't know if Bishop McKenna, are you talking about with Hart or are you talking about in general with the trade?
I'm talking about what he just talked about with Hartenstein. You was in the chat today saying that the Knicks should have paid him.
They couldn't.
Oh,
They
okay.
couldn't pay him
so
anymore.
now- Yeah, so I was under the impression of something else that was different.
Yeah, no. They only
So
have
that
partial
is
bird
the reason
rights.
why
Yeah.
I was going back and forth with Butler and Bishop McCann today.
You just like going back and forth with Butler.
Yeah,
You do it all
because
the
we
time.
explained
You do it all
this,
the time.
but Bishop D'Lo explained this before.
He did just now. I don't think I was on the show that day.
Yes, you were.
You were on the show that
You
day.
were
What-
on the
what I'm
show.
I
talking-
probably toned out.
She
y'all
wasn't.
out.
You know she zones out when it comes to
Yeah,
the
I
technical
probably toned y'all
aspect of
out.
stuff.
Yeah,
She just
because
want to talk
she
about
got
the
fan
sports
brain,
part.
like Butler said.
I probably toned y'all out a little bit.
But you know that is the business side of things. The Knicks didn't want to lose Isaiah Hartenstein, but you know and honestly, nobody expected Oklahoma City to offer him $29 million a year. Nobody expected that. He was a role player.
Hartenstein didn't even expect it.
Right, he was a role player. Nobody expected that. It was a Jeremy Lin contract all over again.
So now in retrospect, the Knicks wanted to sign Hartenstein and couldn't pay him the money.
In fact, until Oklahoma City did it, most people thought that he was going to return to the Knicks.
Randall on the other side, Randall wanted max money, and the Knicks said, no, we're not going to pay you max money.
Because
We'll
that hurts
offer
the
you
flexibility with the hard cap.
Right. They said, no, we're not going to offer, and coming off an injury, no. And the captain, which is why they did it, and the captain took less. We can now pay you more than the captain. Are you willing to sacrifice like the captain?
Right. He is the number one option. So we're not going to give you 45 a year, and he's only getting 30.
It's not, and he's taking a pay cut.
A huge pay cut.
So now you want to take this money. No. Bend down, Butler. Bend down a little bit.
Yo, the trolling that is happening right now.
Man, look, just like
The
twins.
trolling that is happening right now.
Look just like twins.
That is going on right now in this here.
Look
Is
just
he
like Quinn.
alive? The trolling that is happening right now.
You have no choice but to laugh at this.
But Keisha, it is.
Yo, look at your sister, son.
It is an uncanny resemblance.
It really is.
It is an
I'm so glad I
they,
got short hair.
They say
I
in
am
this world that everybody has a twin
so glad.
somewhere, and
your twin
is
has found
Angel Reese.
I am so glad I got short hair.
This
You
is
didn't last week.
This short hair came right on time.
Keisha is never growing her hair out ever again.
Thank you, D-Lo.
Ever. It's never happening.
Thank you, D-Lo.
Or at least until Angel Reese retires.
You got to realize,
Or at least until Angel Reese retires.
Hartenstein was the first domino.
Yes.
Mitchell Robinson getting hurt was the second domino, and then Randall wanting to break the bank was the third domino.
Jazz Chisholm.
I like Jazz Chisholm. I like to see him do more.
Listen, if it works for the Knicks, it works for the Knicks. It is what it is. Whatever how the business role was, we already said it. We said it in the chat. Business is business. So whatever works for the Knicks works for the Knicks.
Listen,
for me, I have a different outlook, but my opinion doesn't matter because y'all.
I trust the Knicks front office because they haven't, to their credit, they haven't been wrong yet.
And we've seen bad Knicks front offices. We still have
to do our show. We still have to do our show.
It's been a year we haven't done it.
We have to do that. We got to schedule it and really work through it so we can go through the 10 worst GMs in Knicks history.
Because this is not a terrible trade. It's not. I mean,
no.
So
I
just think we got to give it a chance. 1 and 2, the first 3 games with a new system, new players. I just think we got to give it a shot. And again, as I said in the previous conversation, it may take 2 years. That's why they got him. Huh?
I said, yeah, you did mention it's going to take some time.
It's going to take time.
I just don't feel like it's okay.
But see, you got a short memory. People were saying the same thing about that big 3 in Miami. They said the same thing you just said when that big 3 first got together. Now, D-Lo, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor, Bishop D-Lo?
You don't need to do a favor because I know my team. I know what happened.
Okay, so then give me this stat. What was their record in the first 20 games?
They didn't.
Okay, Bishop D-Lo. No, I want the exact number. Can you look up the Miami Heat, the first year, the big 3 in their first 20? Their first win? No.
I honestly don't care if you bring it up because I already know that our stats wasn't good at all. We was horrible. I can tell you that.
So my point is, we had to give the big 3 2 years to win one of their 8 championships.
But Bishop, I think
they were 11-9 in their first 20.
11-9.
It was bad. I know that it was bad, but I'm just saying you have.
Lakeisha, it wasn't bad. It was growing pains.
That's right.
It was bad freaking for me. Okay. It was bad for me.
I am mad that L is like lounging in between these 2 pictures.
And what seed were they after 20 games, Bishop D-Lo? What was their position?
Annoying me with these pictures. Take it down.
Bishop D-Lo, what was their position after? What were they number 5 in the conference at that time?
Actually, they were 7 in the conference.
They were number 7 in the conference after 20 games.
So
and people were killing them.
Nobody's taking away from the fact that these moments doesn't happen in the basketball in the NBA. We know it happens, but what I am coming from, I just feel like there's
Angel Key. No,
that's the name now. Angel Key.
Angel Key. I feel like that is for the Knicks. That's just me. I'm not saying that the Knicks is not gonna have no chemistry. It's not gonna be there, but I just don't feel like that's his team. I don't feel like
it's not his team. It's Jalen Brunson's team.
No, it is Jalen Brunson's team, but I don't feel like that fits for him. Look, I brought it up in the chat, just like how we looking. Look how Clay's playing in Dallas.
Clay's been good so far.
He fits there.
By the same token, Julius has been great in Minnesota so far.
He fits there. I personally don't think that Cat is that. I don't think he's that.
I don't think that it's an issue.
I just don't think it's a fair. Like I said, I just think it's too early to say that.
I get it.
I think it's too early to say. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Listen,
I'm just saying the timing of what you're saying.
We'll come back around the All-Star break and we'll
That's
start to
what
see
I'm saying.
what
Let's get
it
a
really
sample
is.
size.
We'll see what happens. Listen, and I did put it in the chat. I said, if I'm wrong, call me out. I told y'all that.
Well, no,
But
you don't accept your beatings. You don't. So why are we calling you out?
You don't
accept
accept your spankings.
You don't. So what are we saying
I
here?
said it. I'm saying it right
Because even
now.
right now, it took till tonight for you to say, what we've been saying all day in the chat.
I said
Give
it in the
it
chat,
time.
Bishop McCann. I said it in the chat.
Speaking of Angel Reese was spotted in Brooklyn today
I don't know
having
why
her
the hell
first ever chopped cheese. She's still in New York. I don't
need
know
her to
what's
get away.
happening.
I need
Oh,
her
you
to
know
get
what's
away.
happening. You
need
know
her to
what's
get
happening.
away.
Bishop D'Lo, you know. You
I
know
need her to get
exactly.
away.
You
I'm
know.
trying to act naive.
Don't try to overtalk us, Key.
I'm trying to act
Bishop
naive.
D'Lo,
I need her to get away.
Don't you try to overtalk us.
I need her to
Bishop
get away.
D'Lo, you know
Cayenne's
exactly
freedom.
what's going down.
I
You
would
know
never
what's
rock
happening.
Doing
her
TikToks
jersey.
with Kaya and
I ain't
Anthony at their
rooting for
Brooklyn
her.
house yesterday.
I ain't rocking her
At
jersey.
Lala
I would
Anthony's
never
Brooklyn
root
house
for her.
yesterday.
Every
And
time
today,
she gets the ball, I would
having a
tell
chopped
Chewy to pass it to
cheese.
somebody else.
Look, Embiid made a play for New York. So listen, you think
So-
Angel ain't gonna try it too?
Listen,
Embiid said, I
Embiid
love New
lives
York.
in New York during the offseason.
I live here during the offseason. I've been here for 5 years.
That's
Yeah.
JJ Redick.
She probably out there walking around with her little bitty shorts on.
JJ Redick played for the Philadelphia
Shaq was
76ers
looking
and
at that,
lived
too.
in Brooklyn.
Yeah, he sure was. He got excited.
JJ Redick played for the Philadelphia 76ers and lived in Brooklyn during his time in Philly.
He got
That tells
excited
you
on
something
that couch
about
when he
what
was
New
looking
York
at
does
Angel.
to. Like when people say New York is not a destination, you crazy.
He
New York
didn't
is
need
still a
no time to
destination.
He
overtalk
didn't need no medicine that day.
Bishop D'Lo over talking here. He tried to drown you
He
out.
didn't need no medicine when it came to
listen.
Angel. He said, I don't need her.
Contextually, and I sent it to Keisha earlier as well because I did get a chance to watch a little bit of that interview.
Grand Slam! Grand Slam!
5-2 Yankees.
Yankees take a 5-2 lead. Can we talk about the struggling Denver Nuggets?
Who hit the
Can we
grand
talk
slam?
about-
Who hit the
Did
granny,
I
Butler?
mention it in the chat?
Son.
Butler, who hit it?
We need to talk about the struggling Denver Nuggets.
Can we talk about that? Because
The young boy Volpe,
Tino Martinez.
Anthony Volpe hit the grand slam. Anthony Volpe hit the grand slam.
I think Westbrook is gonna take them down. They look horrible.
Anthony Volpe may have just had his Derek Jeter moment.
They talking about cutting Westbrook now.
No, Westbrook is gonna take them down.
I thought it was a poor pickup as well.
Right, I did too.
He didn't fit the chemistry in Denver.
No.
Now you want to talk about chemistry, Key, and you want to talk about trades when you first heard it that you didn't like. That one there. I was saying. I didn't say no. I'm not saying you said it. I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying that I agree. Didn't think
now that one right there,
either.
I was like, where?
That trade is horrible.
How is this going to work? That's
Did
what I
you
kept
not
saying.
see how he doesn't even mesh well with them?
He's a shoot first guy. Nobody else on the bench is going to get shots. He's a ball hog.
He's horrible.
Yankees take a 5-2 lead on an Anthony Volpe grand slam. We're going to take a pause for a moment and go to a commercial real quick. Attention, church leaders, pastors, and believers. Is your ministry struggling with structure? Or are you searching for practical guidance to bring order to the house of God? Look no further. Introducing Let There Be Order in the Church by Bishop Robert Vincent Butler II. In this powerful and insightful book, Bishop Butler takes you step by step through biblical principles and practical strategies to create and maintain order in the church. With over 30 years of ministry experience, Bishop Butler shares how to lead with excellence, empower your congregation, and build a church that reflects the heart of God. If you desire to elevate your ministry and bring lasting impact to your community, this book is for you. Let There Be Order in the Church, now available on Amazon.com, or you can DM Bishop Butler or reach out to the Glory Church to grab your copy today. Bring divine order to your ministry, starting now, with forward for that book written by yours truly. But check it out. Let There Be Order in the Church. We're back.
What about my book?
You don't have no book. Moving on. You don't have no book. I'm waiting for Bishop J. Mack to get me some stuff that I can write a copy for.
Yes, sir.
I got a book too.
Absolutely.
You don't have no book, Keisha. You don't have no book. What is it called? Angel and Me?
Oh, that was good. That was good. That was good. That was good.
Keisha face.
That was good. That was good.
This is a holy show. It's the church
It
folks
wasn't
sports
even
show.
that finger.
You tried it. It was close.
That
Don't do
was
that.
good. That was so good. Oh my gosh. That was Bishop D'Lo. Bravo.
Thank you. Thank you. Wait. I love my sister.
Bravo.
Yeah, I'm really about to fight you.
Bravo, Bishop D'Lo. That was so good.
I'm really about to fight you.
I love
Angel
you.
and
I'm
Me.
really about to
I
fight
love you, sis. I love you.
That's
Copies
the, that's
available
the,
now on
really about to fight
Amazon.
you.
that's the
On
name of the
Amazon
book and
Prime.
the cover. That's the name of the book and the
And the
cover.
cover. I love my sister. Yo, that's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
That is absolutely.
Unfortunately, I got
somebody go
class,
find
okay?
David Wright. Where is he at? He's missing the show. It's after 9. He should have been here already.
I love my sister.
Willie
Yes, sir,
Green, what
Willie
up?
Green.
Yes, we are aware of Volpe Grand Slam.
Hey,
And
Willie.
and speaking of Willie Green, we reminisce, not to mention the Lakers start.
Yes, we must talk about the Lakers.
We
got
must talk
sidetracked
about
with
the
the
Lakers.
Keisha stuff, and then of course
Yes,
the Volpe
we must
Grand
talk
Slam.
about the Lake show.
But the Lakers have started off a strong 3-0.
Oh, we looking like we won.
Now they lost the other night.
And
right?
quite honestly, let me check here. The Lake
Yeah, they
show,
lost.
They lost to Phoenix.
The Lakers did lose to Phoenix the other night. So Phoenix and LA are both 3-1. OKC leads the West at 3-0 right now. Dallas is 2-1. The Clippers are 2-1.
James Harden has resurfaced.
He's got his own team again.
He's got his own team again.
He's because there's no Kawhi and there's no PG. And who would have thought that James Harden would be the one to outlast both of them?
Right, he was the throw-in.
Right. Who thought that it would be a James Harden team?
We're not gonna talk about the Warriors.
Listen, I've got to say it, and again, it's only 4 games in.
Right.
But I have to give credit to JJ Redick.
Yes.
He has done an excellent job with the Laker offense this year. And he did expose the issues that Darvin Ham had. There's a lot of more motion, a lot more cutting. The Lakers look like a team with a purpose on offense for the first time in a very long time.
They said since 2015.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what the whole difference is. They're running the offense through AD. AD is the anchor of the offense, and that's the key. They're going through AD. They're not going through LeBron.
Nope.
Which is what they shouldn't have been doing. They should have always been going through AD.
And Dalton Connect has been a revelation. Oh my God!
And if you look at AD's numbers through the first 4 games, he's averaging a double-double. I think his lowest. Yeah,
It's
I
He's
don't
averaging
know
like
if you guys
25
watched
points.
the last game, not this game, but the game before that. JJ yelled at LeBron on the sideline because he was talking junk about something, and JJ told him to shut up. He was like, "Shut up and just get on the court," because he was getting
He turned
so
the ball
frustrated.
over. He turned the ball over dribbling, and JJ yelled at him.
This
JJ told him
this
to
actually
shut
might be a
up.
thing because the only other coach that I've seen be able to do that to LeBron without any their repercussion was Ty Lue. Ty Lue was the only other one that I've seen be able to kind of reprimand LeBron, like, "Hey, get out your ego right now."
Yeah, but people didn't think that JJ was gonna be like that.
We did. I didn't. I did not, because LeBron did lobby hard for him to get the job. But JJ has done. He's got that play. He's got the Lake Show humming. And I'm gonna have to bring George on. Oh, by the way, we will not have a show next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is Election Day. Please get out and vote. Next Tuesday is Election Day.
I will be in Georgia. I'll be in Georgia voting next election day. So thank you.
So please
be in
get out and vote on next Tuesday as we
Please
choose
vote.
the next leader of the
voting
United
next.
States of America. Whatever you choose, because I know who I'm voting for. I'm sure everyone on this panel knows who they're voting for. That's their who you vote for is your business. Just make sure you get out
I'm
there
voting
and
for
vote.
me.
Just make sure you get out and vote on next Tuesday. Get out and vote. Yes, Willie, early voting is available now for those who would like to early vote. And yeah, Ty Lue was a champion, and he had to respect him. I absolutely agree with that. And there are certain players that have been former players that have proven that they can get LeBron to respect them. And those are the kind of guys who stand up to LeBron. That's the kind of coaching he needs. He needs coaches
Even
who are
in
going to stand
Miami.
up to him.
He was
Oh, well,
not-
no. Well, Eric Spoelstra is, and not to mention Eric Spoelstra also, Pat Riley's got his back. So it's like, you can't come for Spoelstra because Riley going to look at you like, you're not coming for my dude.
We're not gonna
Listen, look at what he did for Spo. Spo was going through his divorce.
got that money.
He waited till that divorce was finalized.
And then give him a new
And
contract.
got that
then
money.
signed the extension. That's a gangster move.
It really is.
That's a gangster move.
And shout out to Mickey Arison, the owner of the Miami Heat, for what he did to solidify the Pat Riley legacy. Now
was
the
nice.
Cassia Center, obviously, is the name of the arena for naming rights. But the court that the Heat play on at home is now known as the Pat Riley Court.
Which is dope. I think he deserved that. I don't think Dwayne deserved that statue the way it looked.
Oh, did you
Listen,
hear what he had to
he
say about
not
everybody
mad,
about y'all
right.
criticizing?
he
his
not
statue?
mad about the
he said he don't
statues.
need to look like me.
Right. He not
He
mad
said, if
about
y'all
the
wanted to
statue.
look like, he said, if y'all want to see me, I can stand up in front of you. He had a little woman fit on y'all.
Well, you
Boy,
know
y'all
what that means.
criticizing his little.
I blame Gabrielle Union.
Y'all criticizing.
Thank you. Ooh, D-Lo. we
Y'all
Y'all
are
criticize. Y'all
I
criticizing
blame
his
Gabrielle
statue.
Union.
Butler,
Really?
you was
Wait.
criticizing his statue. He told y'all if y'all want to see him, he can stand in front of y'all live.
That was a
Listen,
chickatude.
when
I see
I
where his son
when
get
I
it
tell
from.
you
Y'all
the
chickatude.
when I tell you the spirit of Jezebel done grabbed the whole of Ahab, boy. But
Listen,
anyway, let me behave.
He
I'm
showed
not
he
trying to go
showed
there.
y'all.
I'm behaving. I'm behaving,
He
Keisha.
he
Close your
told
eyes,
he
bring
told
your
y'all
eyes
what
in,
y'all
bring
can
your eyes
do about not liking his statue.
because Dwayne Wade, listen, granted, it didn't work out with his previous wife, but when
He
Dwayne
said,
Wade
"Go."
when Dwayne Wade came into the NBA, he was a God-fearing man who loved the Lord, who brandished himself as a Christian,
He
someone
did
with
speak
great
highly of that.
with great family values. Him and his first wife didn't work out. He got with Gabrielle Union and has become a different person. And that's not a shot. That's literally just what I've observed over the last several years. He got with Gabrielle Union and has become a completely different person.
A Kim Kardashian.
Willie Green,
that
go
just
buy
uses
that. Go
black.
buy that. Go buy that nail polish, Willie Green.
The blue pill or the red pill.
That's why I said that. He said the blue pill, the red pill.
Like, listen,
It's Willie Green, in his case, I think it's both.
even down to where, he's letting his son, anyway, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to turn into Davey Wright tonight. But,
See? It's contagious.
I will just say this.
Now we know where his son gets it from.
I am not,
His daddy.
I am not necessarily in favor of allowing children to make decisions like that.
That's the law in California, for the record, everybody.
Right. But I'm not in favor personally of allowing children to make decisions like that.
And
Yeah, you're
parents,
talking as
you're a
an
child.
adult in the state of California at the age of 16.
Like,
if parents interfere,
right,
they
it
can
becomes
be
an issue.
arrested.
They can be arrested. Right. So I have an issue with that.
Me
because the children are not mature enough to make that kind of life decision. And studies have shown, and I'm not trying to go off on a tangent, but studies have shown that children who make that decision early end up regretting it by their adult years.
Yes, I was just about to say, there is a stat that shows that most people regret and wish they could reverse it.
Right. So no, you cannot change your gender. Listen. You got these feelings or whatever. You feel like you need to explore them and go through them. Whatever. I'm not gonna say I'm happy about it. But we are not. You're not getting no hormones. You're not cutting nothing off. You're not putting nothing on.
Amen.
You're not
This
doing
is
none
church,
of that.
This is church sports show.
You will not be a Britney Green out here.
You're not doing any of that.
You ain't gonna be Britney.
If you get to your adulthood and then you decide to do that, once you're 18 out of my house, that's on you.
You ain't gonna
21
come up
out
in
of
here
my
and
house.
confuse the
But
enemy.
and not for nothing. Let me be clear. I'm still gonna love you, but you are not making that decision as an adolescent.
Absolutely.
You're not.
Yep. I stand by that. I agree with you.
Cause y'all know he got a camp now, right, in Miami,
I heard.
School?
I
Yeah,
heard.
I heard about that.
I heard.
just for them
I heard.
to
Yeah.
to help them to participate in sports.
Yeah. This is going to be a very interesting election, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
I know you lying, Butler.
Oh, yo. Who gave Butler a green screen? Who gave Butler a green screen?
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me call my sister. Tell her to take away.
D-Lo,
I'm calling Artel now, and I'm gonna tell her to take away his green
if
screen.
you do
'cause
not kick Butler out right now.
I'm about to call Artel now.
So Bishop Butler, who's
Take
that
away.
over your shoulder?
Butler.
Yo,
D-Lo,
this is
need
nasty
you.
work right here. This is nasty work.
Look at Willie Green. Miss
D-Lo.
Carter, that you?
This is nasty work happening right now.
Very
D-Lo.
nasty.
D-Lo. See, I just talked about the enemy being confused. You see there? You see the enemy being confused?
We got to understand, Key. You got to understand,
this?
Key. The Yankees are up 5-2. He's feeling good right
He's
now.
feeling good because
He's feeling good.
You gotta
I
feel
think
good and
I
do
think
this
we
to
all
me?
agree if they can get tonight's game, the series, they're at least gonna go back to Los Angeles.
You gotta feel good to do that to me.
He does this to you on a daily basis. If y'all
I
could
need
see
you to
our
kick him
chat,
out. I need you to kick him
I
out
can't
right
kick
now.
him out. He's one of the founders of this broadcast.
I need you to kick him out.
I'm
okay?
not kicking him out. No.
Bishop Butler, who is that?
That is
Who is that to your left, Bishop Butler?
kindergarten key.
She got a little bow. She got a little bow tie on her top of her head.
You see it?
Wait, Willie said, "See that bow tie?"
She got a little bow tie on the top of her head.
I am going to get you so good, Butler.
Yes, Willie.
You got your little
Yes.
She
But
got
that's
a
what
little
I'm saying. With Garrett Cole going tomorrow, Willie, I think the Yankees would win. If the Yankees win tonight, I think that there's no way Garrett Cole lets us lose tomorrow, and then we're going back to Los Angeles.
She got her little peanuts. She got her
Wait,
little
Willie
peanuts
said
gang.
kindergarten Carter.
Kindergarten
Listen,
Carter.
she got her little peanuts gang green dress on. Peanuts gang.
Looking like Lucy.
Looking like peppermint. Got a little peppermint patty dress on. Look at that.
Yo,
Butler.
this is
It's
comedy.
on.
Come
This
on,
is
Chuck.
absolute comedy.
It's on.
Come on, Chuck.
It's on.
Yo, this is
I
comedy.
got you.
I've been feeling under the weather for the last 2 days, but this is definitely helping me. Laughter is working like medicine right
She
now.
got a little peppermint
Y'all
patty
are
dress
making me
on.
laugh real hard.
I was cute though. I don't care.
So
Yeah,
again,
you got the cup in your hand to match your dress tonight. see?
Next Tuesday is election day. We will not be on for election day. On election day, we want you to get out and vote. We don't want to distract
It's
from the
on.
presidential election that is happening. In fact, the NBA is not even playing next Tuesday.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Listen, all eyes are gonna be on the election.
On the election, yeah. So
all eyes.
So the love.
No, he did not. Now,
Yo.
Will.
The roasting that is happening for our audio only listeners that are listening later. Yeah, if y'all
You're
could see
supposed
this
to be
picture,
on my side, Will.
if y'all could see this picture of Keisha,
Come on, Keith, sing. And his praises. And his praises
This is straight
shall
comical.
continually be in my mouth. Go on, Keith.
This is straight comical. You better love me. You better. Don't let me block you like some people
And Bishop
do.
Butler has not taken it down. He's like, I shall
Yo.
not be moved.
And he's sitting to the side.
he went
just so
from
people
he
can
went
see.
from the Angel Keisha comparison to
Yo, where
kindergarten
is Dre
Keisha.
Rumble at now? Where's Dre Rumble? Where's
I
Dre
don't.
Rumble?
Somebody go find Dre.
No.
Somebody go find
This is
Dre. Let him
funny.
see this.
No.
Wait, let me solo this person. Do
No.
y'all see that?
Oh my God!
D-Lo, did you just do that?
Look at that smile.
Yes, I did. Did y'all
Aw.
see that? Kindergarten Quiche.
Kindergarten Key.
It's over for you, Butler. Over.
Kindergarten Key to
You
make an
just wait.
appearance.
You just wait till the next show.
You know, we used to have that other person's picture up in the corner. Now it look like we got a new pick.
We're
Yeah,
gonna put
I
a
think
new.
we
We're
should
gonna
do
put
this one.
Keisha's picture in the corner next.
No,
Yes,
the one
yes.
the one behind. Wait, hold up. Let's go back.
Uh-oh.
Butler.
He's got another one. While he's getting that picture up, there is a dumpster fire that is happening over in the Meadowlands. That
Yeah,
has been,
nice little segue.
there's an absolute
Not a
dumpster fire.
screenshot.
Screenshot. Sam, you crazy. The dumpster fire is in. There's a green dumpster and then there's a blue dumpster, and they're both on fire. It's bad.
Are we ever going to have good football in this city, man? I'm resigned to believe, especially the Jets, because I'm a Jets fan. I'm not even going to speak on the Giants. I'm a Jets fan.
What was that? What was that statement? What was that?
He said the way L sitting is like, got him.
I just think I'm convinced the Jets are cursed. I'm convinced.
Yeah, I wasn't, but now I'm sure.
I'm convinced. I'm not even talking about the
bad.
Giants because the Giants had their Super Bowl runs. I'm convinced that the Jets franchise is cursed, man.
You letting the quarterback run the franchise? You can't let the quarterback run the franchise.
He running it.
When is Woody Johnson going to get some competent football people over there and do what's necessary in order to put together a competent franchise?
Listen, Leon Hess,
Ever since he bought the team from, at least Leon Hess was trying to win.
when he got older, he tried. He said, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
He tried when he got older.
But Woody Johnson has been awful as an owner. It's been awful.
Hey, guys, how about this? Rex Ryan is making a bid to try to be the coach next year. What y'all think about that?
I
Would
don't
y'all
think
accept? Would you
I-
accept Rex back, Bishop Butler?
The best
don't
success
think
the
it
Jets have
fixes
had in the
anything.
last 20 years was Rex.
I don't think it fixes anything.
You
don't think he would get the defense playing well?
I think Rex is just the motivator that the team needs. The Jets were a much more disciplined team under Rex. The Jets were better defensively, but they have offensive weapons. The Jets are gonna need a quarterback.
And I don't know where we're going to get
Yeah,
one
I
from.
don't know where we're gonna get one from.
This draft, I don't know, because they're not finishing bad enough to go get a top quarterback. They're not. They're 2-6. So
Rex in that defense with a good quarterback, and the Jets are a playoff team next year. But
even a serviceable quarterback,
Right.
a game manager with Brees Hall in the backfield.
one thing that Rex proved is with a serviceable team. He had Mark Sanchez, and he went to the conference championship game
Twice
with Mark Sanchez, who we know was not a good NFL quarterback. So I would welcome Rex back with open arms because he's able to get the most out of nothing.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't know at this point, man. Like I said, I'll let somebody else comment on the Giants because I'm a Jets fan. So
Keisha, that's your team.
I can't comment on the Giants because I don't really follow them. But
So that we suck right now?
all I know is last week, Barkley ran over them like they stole something for 175 yards.
And the Steelers yesterday, oh my God.
It's ridiculous, man. New York sports is just New York football.
New York football.
New York
New York
football
football is just really horrible right
Because
now.
the Rangers are good again in hockey. The Rangers are good again. The Knicks are going to be fine. The Yankees, even though we're not going to win the World Series, are a World Series team this year. The Liberty are champions. So New York sports is on an upswing.
The Mets went to the
Mets went to the League
NLCS.
Championship Series. It's just New York football right now. New York football is terrible.
It looks embarrassing.
Yeah,
and,
it's embarrassing.
And Ben Simmons is hurt again.
Of course.
No way. No way.
Yes, he is.
Of course.
I kid you not. He announced it today. He's on the injury reserve again, back injury.
He should just retire.
Yes.
After they won, they beat Milwaukee the other night, and then right after the game, he's done. He's out for a couple games because of back. Yep.
Dallas leads Minnesota by 11. Julius Randle with 18.6 rebounds, 6 assists for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I don't even post anymore
Ant-Man,
anything pertaining to
29
the Giants.
points.
Even if they win, I don't post it. Because I'm like,
Listen, I checked out on the Jets when they lost to Buffalo. When they lost that game to Buffalo, I knew the season was done.
Yeah. Season ended that day. I agree with that. I
Our
definitely agree with that.
pitching has given up a lot of home runs. Will Smith
Yeah.
just hit one out.
Yeah, they're gonna the Dodgers are gonna be nipping at their heels the rest of the game. They're only in the 5th inning, so yeah, they're gonna still keep coming.
Yeah, right. We still might get swept.
Come on, Butler.
And
Yeah.
but Butler is right. There was a time where if the Yankees got a lead by the 5th inning, the game was over.
Game was over.
Turn it over to Jeff Nelson. What was my other guy, the single ball pitcher you mentioned?
Ramiro Mendoza.
Ramiro Mendoza. You turn it to Mendoza and Nelson.
Ramiro Mendoza,
Rivera?
Nelson, Graham Lloyd,
Rivera.
Wetland. It was over.
So wait, the Jets is not trying to get a coach?
No, not at this point.
They're gonna be at the end of the season.
Yeah,
They're gonna finish. They're gonna ride it out.
because you're gonna have a new coach in with a new system. You don't do that in the middle of a season.
They already fired one coach. They're not gonna do it again. They shouldn't have fired Saleh. They should have let him finish. They shouldn't
That
have
was
fired.
crazy.
Yeah, they shouldn't have fired Saleh. They should have let him finish the season.
But that's what's happening with that. So before we get out of here, got to shift over to the WWE. This Saturday, Crown Jewel will take place from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Looking forward to the pay-per-view, which will take place in Saudi Arabia this weekend. A lot of spoilers being shown on social media for the SmackDown taping for this coming Friday,
Oh, I didn't see it.
because it was pre-taped at the Barclays Center. So last Friday they taped 2 shows. They did a live show from 8 to 10, and then from 10 to midnight they taped this Friday because it's a day to fly to Saudi Arabia. So since the show is on Saturday in Saudi Arabia, they got to leave for early Friday morning. So they weren't going to be able to tape SmackDown and then go to Saudi Arabia.
Spoiler alert too. On X last night, right after Raw, WWE tweeted out that Roman Reigns and the Usos are going to be fighting Solo in the Bloodline in Saudi.
In Saudi, yep.
They tweeted it before they played it on Friday, which I don't understand.
And apparently the final boss showed up on what will be this Friday's episode of SmackDown. So that'll be interesting to see what The Rock had to say. That they just let us know that the final boss showed up. They have not talked about what he's going to say. So we'll see what happens there. There was an exchange between Jay and Sammy that was very interesting on Raw.
And then we also saw a shot of Solo talking to Sammy.
Yes. So, listen, they cooking. They cooking. They cooking. The storytelling is
WWE
cooking.
can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Even NXT, I gotta start taping when we're on. I'm gonna get into NXT. I don't know if you know, but Halloween Havoc happened on Sunday.
On Sunday, yep.
And Bully Ray and La Greca were doing doing their thing on the and
commissary.
yeah, what's the name? Went up to him and challenged him. What's the guy name? He broke Big E's neck. He's the one. He's the guy that broke Big E's neck.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
But
Holland.
Yeah.
Holland confronted Bully Ray.
So
tonight they saying that Bully Ray might go down to NXT and confront him.
So this is going to be a lot. It's been a lot of fun, and WWE is what they've done with this Bloodline storyline and the layers of it.
I like it.
And how they've interwoven Randy and Cody and KO and the funny thing is all of these storylines are coming out of the Bloodline storyline, which is brilliant storytelling.
He ain't getting on. That's wishful thinking. You're gonna still get beat up.
He said, "I'm gonna come on the next show. Nobody's beating up on your Miss Carter.
That's
Carter,
right.
Miss Carter,
right, Will.
yeah. See,
That's right.
Willie. No, Willie, you don't know what this girl
queen.
be. Willie, you don't know what she be doing in the chat. See, that's the thing. Y'all don't get to see that. See, I see that smile on her face. You see that smile on her face?
Willie, you know who you gotta believe.
What? Willie, you don't know what she does to us in the chat.
You know who you gotta believe.
First of
Okay.
all,
so you calling me a liar, Miss Carter?
This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning.
The beginning of what?
Elle said this is going to be a perpetual thing.
Oh,
I hope you're ready for me.
I hope
They're
you're
gonna be
ready for
going
me,
at it
'cause you
now.
gonna do-
I hope
first-
you ready for me.
I hope you know
Because you
Photoshop.
know how I gets down. I give
hope
you a
you know-
little bit in the chats.
I hope you know Photoshop.
I hope you know.
See, Keisha, L is a Photoshop master. Please don't.
It's
Don't.
okay.
No,
I got
it's not.
graphic designers.
It's not okay. It's not okay. But see, you got to call somebody to get the work done. He'll have it done in 20 minutes. Don't
It's
do
okay.
it.
I will have mine too. Watch. Play with me.
I'm not playing with you. I'm about sick of you.
Uh-oh.
Smoking weed. I'm over it.
Smoke your weed. Wait, what?
Yeah, she be blowing trees before she come on the air with us, Bishop D-Lo.
Oh,
She
Bishop
smokes
McCain, you gonna let him
weed
tell
on
that lie on me?
Tuesdays, and then she starts asking crazy questions and making dumb statements in our chat.
She
Bishop
be
McCain,
blowing
you gonna
trees
let him
before
say
she
that
get in the chat
about
on.
me?
Dodgers
And
with the first and
Bishop
third
D-Lo.
one out, and
Bishop
Freddie
D-Lo,
Freeman is coming up.
It happens every Tuesday, by the way, just to let you know.
Every
Bishop
Tuesday,
McCain, you
smoke
gonna
your
let
weed.
him talk about me like that? Let
I
him
know.
talk?
I'm just telling you what he said. He said every Tuesday it happens in the chat. You blow some weed, come in the chat, and then you come on the show.
And what did I say? What did I say, Jay? I said,
Wait, Willie said, "Don't mess with a guy that sits like that." Right. He's way too relaxed. That's not a guy you want
He
to
ain't
mess
got
with.
no choice but to sit.
He don't have a care in the world.
He ain't got no choice but to sit. Where he gonna walk to?
Yankees get the double play and get out of the inning.
Okay,
They got to
let's go
navigate
on.
to the ninth,
Now, and then that even that's a crapshoot.
right?
D-Lo,
Because
let's-
Weaver, because
I don't wanna
Weaver.
know
They-
no-
the-
nothing else.
The Yankees need to score like 5 more runs.
I don't need to know nothing else right now.
They need to score 5 more runs.
Unfortunately, Bishop D-Lo, you're right.
The
Yeah,
Yankees need to score like 5.
unfortunately,
Right. Like honestly, and again, I hate to keep bringing it up, but in the 90s, if I looked up and saw World Series Yankees up 5-3 going into the bottom of the 5th at home, I'm like, oh, game's over.
yeah. Turn it over to the bullpen.
Game's done. But this year, I don't.
they challenging that double play. That's the second one they challenging again.
You get Mendoza, you get Nelson,
Graham Lloyd,
Graham Lloyd, or Wickman, or
Bob Wickman.
yeah, or Stormy Weathers coming out. You know, Stormy Weathers. We call him Stormy Weathers, David Weathers. You know, he come out of that bullpen. You know, you turn it over to the Sandman in the night.
Willie said L got that one more sit posture.
That's funny. Willie, you don't know how she do in the chat. That's all I'm
Right, Willie. If you were in our chat and you saw how she
That's why
treats
every
us,
time I bring it up, you see she start giggling, right? You see that,
she
Willie?
know. She's
Every
rough.
time I say it.
She's rough on the bishops in
Yes.
the chat. She's rough
Not
on the
rough
bishops.
on
See,
the Bishops.
see,
Rough
every
on the
time.
bishops.
But look,
Because you don't
every
bother
time
Davey. You bother us. You don't bother Davey. You
Look,
bother
every
us.
time I say
Davey is never
she rough in
around.
the chat, she start laughing.
She's rough on the bishops.
Nah, Aaron Boone is not out of here. I don't believe he's out of here.
Nah, Sam. Aaron Boone's gonna. Oh, they called him safe,
He said, Carter, you smoking?
and so a run scores, and it's now 5-4. So the double play does not get them out of the inning.
Willie, you know better.
They coming for the Yanks, man. I'm telling you right. They got to score. They got to get some more runs.
2 outs, top of the 5th. Teoscar
I
Hernandez is
just
at
want
the
this
plate.
game to be over with. Oh,
I need the Yankees need to score like 5 more runs. The Yankees have to bludgeon their way 2 wins in the.
Look
in
at
this World Series.
look at the 2 games the Mets won. They had to score runs.
You got to score against the Dodgers. You got to score runs.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause that Dodger offense, Dodgers 1 through 9 is a murderer's row. Shohei Ohtani, who hit 54 home runs this year, is their freaking leadoff hitter. He's the leadoff hitter.
And Mookie Betts is a problem.
Right, and he's their number 2 hitter.
D-Lo,
Mookie
can
Betts.
you take that down? I'm not smoking.
She's a weed head.
Your
I've
eyes
been
do
up there
look.
for like 10 minutes.
Your eyes do look kind of heavy though, Key. I'm looking at you.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired.
Your eyes look kind of heavy. You know.
I am tired.
Stay off the weed. Stay
I
off.
was in Brooklyn yesterday.
Oh, I know you
What
was
that got to
smoking
do
now.
with anything? What you trying
Oh
to
yeah,
say?
you was in Brooklyn. I know you had a little tree.
That's
You was
what
in
Davey
Brooklyn. Oh,
said.
I know you went to the weed spot.
That's what Davey said. Davey said, you went to the Liberty game. You got that hat. They gave you weed.
Listen, what Jay-Z said, you went to the stash spot on State Street?
Stash spot on State Street. 560 State
No.
Street. 560 State Street.
No.
Y'all, by the way, that is no longer the stash spot. It is actually a high-rise building now. So I don't want nobody going down there talking about they're looking for weed. But when Jay-Z was coming up, that's where the spot was, 560 State Street. Listen, I'm a preacher, but I ain't going to sit there and act like I don't know where the stash spot was.
I never knew where the stash spot was.
I knew it. I'm from Brownsville. I knew where the stash spots are.
Somebody said, but kids, she went to the...
Oh, we lost J-Mac.
Ooh. Good job, Jesus. Look at that.
Yeah, well, the Yanks need at least 9 runs. It's terrible.
Good job. Look how Jesus did that. Look
Is
at
that crazy? That they need 9 runs. Is that crazy?
It's crazy, but you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You got to slug your way again. Nobody wants to look at your Liberty. No, I'm not mad at it. It's the Liberty. It's the Liberty. It's the only reason I'm letting you live, because it's my hometown.
I
New York Liberty.
got a couple more New Jerseys.
And I was an original New York Liberty fan. Like when that team started 28 years ago, I was in the Garden like almost all season. I was at the first finals against Houston. You know,
and Dre has pictures too of him being at the game.
I remember the teaspoon 3-pointer from 3/4 court. I remember watching that game. So, you know, I will always rock with the New York Liberty, and that's why, you know, I'm so happy for Teaspoon, and I'm really, really hoping that the Liberty do the right thing and bring her back into the fold the way the Knicks brought Patrick Ewing back into the fold this year.
I told y'all.
But it looked like she bringing her luggage with her.
Good night.
I'm just saying, your sister is still in New York. Like, why hasn't she gone back to Chicago yet? Why hasn't she gone back to Chicago yet?
I don't know her.
She like it here. And one of the girl who does her makeup, I actually performed her wedding. Her name is Keisha Jordan. Not Keisha Jordan. Letitia Jordan. She does her makeup. I did her wedding. Performed her wedding. I'm very proud of her because
so see if we get the scoop, find out if Angel's making a move.
No, we don't want to know.
In fact, see if we can get Angel on the show.
I will throw.
Listen, this is a business, Keisha. Angel Reese brings ratings.
We don't need her.
It's not a matter of need. It's a matter of trying to monetize.
We can get somebody else.
Keisha, I'm working on somebody else's. I'm working on.
We get Caitlyn.
But Caitlyn ain't coming on this show.
Not gonna happen.
Right. We'd have a better chance at Angel.
She's not
so she can come and show her chest.
I don't want to see nothing on the girl. I'm just saying. I
know
that
some of your pictures. You want to pull up some more of your pictures?
You still can.
Okay, because you got some pictures on your Facebook that's showing some stuff too.
Yeah, I had to get on you with that gym picture with your stomach out, and I was like, could you want to put that away, please?
Right now.
And it was a blessing.
Blessing to who?
You ain't got nothing with me showing my freaking tail. No see-through, no thong.
I think so, Willie. I think it's happening. I think this is that she's been here since the WNBA finals and has not left yet.
Didn't she have to get traded
though? It's happening.
Yeah, because she already has a contract. She can't just leave.
Yeah, but she's under contract. But in typical NBA, WNBA fashion, you know they can force. She's probably gonna try to force her way out.
Can we talk about all these coaches that's getting fired?
Everybody, half the league fired their coaches this year.
That's crazy too.
That is nuts.
7.
Half the league fired their coaches.
But I just read that the Wings coach is probably going to Sky. That's gonna be horrible.
She didn't do nothing in Dallas. Why in the world? Why in the world would Chicago want her?
Yeah, she just had an interview not too long ago or a meeting, whatever, with them a couple of days ago. That may be an option.
I'm telling you, a front line of Angel Reese,
Aaron
Stewie,
Judge got a hit.
Angel Reese, Stewie,
Well,
and Jonquel Jones.
error.
That's scary. When you think about it, that's a scary front line. Just think basketball, Keisha. Leave a person from a
Where
basketball
would you
standpoint.
go? Where would you put her?
She would play the 4. Stewie would play the 3, which is more for natural because Stewie was out of position this year playing a lot of the 4. So Stewie would play the 3.
You think so? I think Stewie was playing point and one. I mean, playing like the 2.
No, Stewie is a 3. Stewie is really a 3, but she was playing the 4 this year. Stewie played the 4 this year. Because if you notice, she was guarding a lot of bigs when Jonquel was getting into foul trouble.
True. So you think playing her down there with Jones?
Yeah, Angel Reese would, because that frees up Jonquel to become an offensive juggernaut because now she doesn't have to pound the boards, which gets her out of foul trouble a lot. Because Angel would have essentially become the Dennis Rodman of the team, and she would do the dirty work. Jonquel could really focus on offensively bullying people down low.
I think she'll be okay.
Just basketball, Keisha, not personal. Just basketball.
Just
Basketball, I think.
You know, she can't do that because she got fan brain. Fan brain stops her from thinking logical sport.
Basketball.
I think Angel Reese is a good fit in New York.
Because they don't have nobody else to pay
right,
for.
From a basketball standpoint, Angel Reese is a good fit in New York.
Yeah, okay.
Because then you got the backcourt of Lainey Hamilton and Sabrina in the backcourt.
She's and Lady Hamilton. She's a shooting guard.
So you got Lainey Hamilton and Sabrina Ionescu in the backcourt with Angel, Jonquel, and Brianna Stewart up front. That's back-to-back championships.
Ooh.
That's back-to-back championships.
And then Key would have to be rooting for her.
That's the part I'm gonna enjoy. That's the part I'm gonna enjoy.
We're leaving.
Key, you gotta root for the uniform. You gotta root for
story.
You gotta root for the uniform, Key. You are a New York Liberty fan. If Angel Reese puts on the jersey, you root for the uniform.
I root for the uniform.
I don't root for her.
You gotta root. You ain't gotta like her, but you gotta root for the uniform.
And we're leaving.
Oh, now you want me to end the show.
Now she want to end the show, right?
Now you want to end the show. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. We appreciate y'all for the ride. Again, don't forget, next week is Election Day. Get out and vote as we choose our 47th president of the United States. Will it be Donald J. Trump or will it be Kamala Harris? It's up for you to decide, America. It's on you guys. Please get out and vote. Yeah, Vandersloot and Fiebich coming off the bench. That bench would be ridiculous with Vandersloot and Fiebich coming off the bench now because they wouldn't have to start. But that's another conversation. We'll pick that up in 2 weeks. A lot of Knick games coming up. Willie, stop kissing up to Keisha.
I'm so proud of you, boo.
Willie.
I'm so proud.
Bro.
And get my book.
You don't have no, Angel and Me. Anyway, that's your book, Angel and Me. But we thank y'all for joining us on this night as we do every Tuesday night. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. We'll be back. Of course, don't forget, subscribe to the show on YouTube. Like the Church Guys Sports Show on Facebook. And we'll be doing more stuff on Facebook to engage with you guys. Doing some pop-up stuff during the week. Like I'll just pop on and do a live out of nowhere, just to see what the pulse is.
I'm gonna do my live too. Talk about my book.
So don't forget, tomorrow morning, episode 18 will be available on Spotify. It'll be available on Apple Podcasts. It'll be available on iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts. So download it, listen to it while you're in the gym, while you're driving to work, whatever you may be doing. Listen to this show. It's a great show. Yeah, you want to have the Church Guys as a part of your day.
You want to have legit information.
You want to have the Church Guys as a part of your day. You want to have the commentary from a bunch of men and women of God who actually know what they're talking about in the sports realm as well. So you want that. You want that.
Who know what they're talking about.
What, Keisha?
The shade is still.
There was no shade there. That was a legit statement.
It really was.
There wasn't no shade there. We know what we're talking about. Listen,
go.
what other podcast can you watch where you will have and I'm tooting my own horn right now, but where you have a bishop break down for you the NBA's collective bargaining agreement so you can understand why your favorite player may not be on your team anymore? Where else can you get four preachers and a lady break down the intricacies of a 5-out offense in the NBA and why it takes time for chemistry to develop? That doesn't happen. Most people just get on these podcasts and rant, but we don't do that. We actually bring you viable information and stats, nostalgia, and we troll Keisha a little bit, which is fun as well.
And they get attacked.
We do. We get attacked. We get attacked in private, which is why we bring it public. This is why we bring it public. Because we get attacked in private.
This is Keisha's song. Sunny day.
Not Sesame Street.
On my way.
Are you calling me Big Bird?
The air is sweet.
Are you calling me a Big Bird?
He might be calling you Elmo. I don't know.
How to get.
Did he call me Big Bird on this live? On this podcast?
No, he just sang the Sesame Street theme. I didn't hear him call you nothing.
I didn't call you anything.
Okay, we're gonna make this quick. We're about to end so I can go in this chat.
Oh, here we go. Y'all be good. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Have a great night, everyone. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yo, this is the state of emergency. Check. I need all my Knicks fans right now to grab your jerseys, your popcorn, your sodas, whatever you gotta do to get ready for this game. I don't care if you're a cheerleader, an athlete, a couch potato. We're here to restore the feeling. Matter of fact, can you say from New York what I say from New York? Hey, yo, let's go now. Hey, yo, I bring that New York energy. Talking 42nd Street, alley hoop finger roll. Ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs, step back, hit a 3. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy just to see the Knicks play, make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us, whole city is wild. This is New York, why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty, yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it down. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching up.